What is criticism? First, I thought of discussing this with the students in the class, but later I realized it may be of use to others as well whenever they want to refer back, because these are a few common topics which generally confuse students a lot. That's the reason I thought I'll make some short clips and put them up on the channel. Today, I want to teach you about the confusing words criticize, criticism, critic, critic, critical. These are all similar and they come from the same roots, but they have different functions and some slightly different meanings, or there are some variations in the meaning in which they should be used. So, as you all know, the English language has a lot of words like these, words which are similar in meaning, but they do have some minor, or as we can say, thin line differences. So, let's begin by learning about the first word, that is criticize. Let me spell it out for you. It is CRITICIZE, criticize. So, if you criticize something, you are identifying its faults or negative aspects. So, if you say that a restaurant has bad food and slow service, you are criticizing it, you are stating the bad things about it. So, criticize is a verb referring to the action of identifying faults. Now, let's look at the second word, that is criticism. The noun form of criticize is criticism. It refers to the statement or expression of faults. So you might say, she criticized the restaurant. Her main criticism was about the poor quality of the food. But do understand there is a difference in the pronunciation of these words. So criticize ends with IZE and it sounds like size, criticize. And criticism, it has IS sound like the word HIS, his. Alright. Now let's look at the word critique. This word can be a verb or a noun. Before I proceed further, let me spell it out for you. It is CRITIQUE, critic. This word can be a verb or a noun and it refers to evaluating or analyzing something, identifying both its good points and its bad points. So, when you criticize something, you just say negative things, but when you critique something, you say both positive things and negative things. We often critique books, art, movies, etc. The judges on talent shows or any panel members, they just go, like maybe sometimes even cookery shows and all, singing shows that you watch these days very commonly, they're there on so many channels. So they all critique the performance. They do not criticize, but they critique the performance of the performers. They could be cooks, chefs, or singers. Any kind of performance, when it is critiqued, it is looking for both the pros and the cons, the good and the bad. Please do note the pronunciation of the word critique, CRITIQUE. This word has a stress on the second syllable plus the double E sound as in weak, critique. Whereas the word CRITIC, critic, has the stress on the first syllable. So, critic is a person who judges or evaluates something. The people who write movie reviews are called movie critics. People who are critics perform the action of critiquing things, but sometimes the word critic is also used to describe a person who only says negative things, a person who criticizes. There is a saying, everyone is a critic. We often say this when people are criticizing, saying something negative, about something. So even people who don't really have much knowledge about the area, when they start passing some judgments, then we use this idiom or a kind of saying, that is, everyone is a critic. Coming to the last word, that is critical. The word is used as an adjective and it has two meanings. When you say a person is critical of something, it means the person is finding fault. For example, my boss is very critical of my work.